Hello. Today we are going over segment 1012 and its initial pH adjustment to a reservoir. So we've already mixed our nutrients in, and EC has been covered in a different segment. So today we're just going to be focusing on the pH. So the first thing we're going to do is take our pH pen, turn it on, make sure that it's set for pH, as you can see in the corner here. And we're just gonna kind of swirl it around until we get the reading. Now this is RO water, so it comes out at 7 even. Since we added the nutrients, that has dropped it down, I don't know if you can see that, to about 4.9, and we're just waiting for the little smiley face to pop up. Okay. And it's taking its sweet time. Okay, so the nutrients drop the pH down by about 2 points. So instead of being at 7 now, it's at 5. So what we're gonna do is rinse off our pH pen, and we are going to add pH up to bring that level back up to where it needs to be. Now it's always better to do less than more. As you get familiar with your reservoirs, it'll become second nature how much to put in. It also definitely helps if you track it, so you know which stage of your nutrient blend needs which or how much pH up or down. So we're gonna start off with 5 milliliters. Give that a quick, gentle stir. You don't want to agitate the nutrients because they will bind, and that will not be good. Your plants will not get everything that they need to have. So you want to be very gentle. Just get it in a nice mix. And then we go and check our pH again. Okay, so in this case, 5 milliliters brought it up perfectly. We are at 6.2, which is exactly where we want to be. So that was just a lucky guess on my part. But if you keep good records of how much you put in, and this is only a 5-gallon container or reservoir. Most of the time, especially in school settings, you're going to have much larger reservoirs. So it's pretty simple math to extrapolate how many milliliters you need to put in. So now this reservoir is ready to start feeding plants. Now, there's a thing called pH drift, and what that is as the water gets used through the plants, it sucks out some of the nutrients. So you have to keep an eye on it. You want to check your pH pretty much daily, because it will start to go up unless you have a refillable reservoir. In which case it's going to keep going down every time it pumps new water into the reservoir. So again, you're going to have to keep checking on it every single day to keep it between the 6.0 and 6.5 range. 6.2 is optimal. If your tank has been sitting there for a while and you start to see, your pH skyrocketing. I mean, I've seen it get up over 8, which is terrible for the plants. then in that case you would use the pH down, which is the orange one. We don't need to add that in this one, but generally, unless you're using a automated refillable reservoir, you're going to use the pH down after your initial pHing of the batch that you have just made. If you do have an automated system, then you're going to wind up using more of the pH up. So it just depends on your system. You can figure out easily, how much you need to order, how long it's going to last, and just make sure that you always rinse off your pH pen. Just give it a little rinse, and then just a little flick, and then put the cap back on, because you always want a little bit of moisture sitting in here, because that saves the these little sensors from corroding, molding, all that stuff. So you just want a little bit in there. And always make sure that once a week you calibrate your pen for both pH and EC, and you should have some happy plants. Thank you.